Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a little bit, yeah, since I have recorded and created some content to put on the channel. And today I wanted to take the opportunity to do that. Let's recap what has happened ever since. Anyways, let me just welcome you, by the way, to The Real Deal. Today I wanted to catch up and also talk about so many things. Gosh, the world seems to be upside down from my perspective. And yeah, today's I'm recording from a different setting. I'm driving, and I don't recommend anybody to be driving and recording simultaneously, but I figure this will be a good time while I am heading home, because I just wanted to take advantage of this drive. But don't worry, I'm being safe. Anyway, so I wanted to comment about what's going down. I mean, between this woke movement, children coheres to become transgender individuals, and society changing, government restricting people and practically invading and violating human rights. And I'm not talking only in America, but it seems like all over the world this is happening as a common theme. And then now all these wars, for God's sake. Like, life is not hard enough already. You know? Why humans have to be so complicated and selfish? You know, there's plenty of resources for all of us to share. But that's the key, that we can share. But a group of people choose to be selfish, and they want to hoard as much as they can for themselves, forgetting that there are others out there that they don't have as much. And I don't know, this is getting out of control. And I am fearful for the future. Although I would love to be more positive. What world are we leaving to our children? You know what I mean? And now with the climate changing and the warming of it, and scientists warning us about all the possible calamities that could happen, and we are just so concerned with the everyday survival and focusing our energy into trying to acquire more material things rather than growing as, you know, people and trying to become better as a human race, and try to focus on helping one another. This is really not very encouraging, but this video is not necessarily about ranting and complaining. You know, I just wanted to kind of, I don't know, pick a topic and talk about it. I mean, there's so much to be talked about. That's the point that I'm trying to make. I mean, I mentioned a lot of things. But I just want to open the debate. I mean, you guys know what's going on. I don't have to necessarily mention it to you. I would like to see what you guys are thinking. And I know there's a lot of discomfort and people not really content with their existence and the way things are. I'm also noticing a lot of sadness. I think, especially here in America, the quality of the food really is terrible, and I think people are getting sicker because of it. You know, a lot of people are not careful what they put in their mouth, and they just eat whatever because the type of life that we have, it's stressful, and we don't really leave much time to be picky about what we eat, or we don't actually spend energy into selecting foods that are more nutritious. Perhaps some of us are not able to access that. I know that good food is very expensive, but mostly people are not focused on that. They're just focused on living and doing whatever they do with their existence. I just wanted to kind of encourage everyone to try to, I don't know, improve their quality of life in any possible way, improve their relationships, because that helps a lot. When we have good relationships with other people, that influences us to be more content, a little bit happier. And I don't know, man, to to be better people with our neighbors, and and to share more the stuff that we have, because I learned that you don't need to hit the lottery. Like we always say, like, oh, if I hit the jackpot, I'm going to help so many people, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But you don't need to hit the jackpot to start helping. You don't need to be a millionaire either. You don't have to be wealthy. You can just give a hand to someone in need. Like, I found out, like, for instance, I have a neighbor who is an elder person who lives alone, so I decided to help that person, and as much as I can, and to run errands, and cook when they need help, and always check in, to make sure that they're cared for and they're alive in the morning. Because that's the thing, when people live alone, which I see that's another trend, lots of people are more lonely than I guess than ever, because this is my life experience. You always want to kind of check in and find out how they're doing, because people die quick, and overnight people pass, and someone who's alive today can be dead tomorrow. And if you don't check in, lend a hand if they need it. But at the end of the day, I think it is what it is. My message today is just be mindful of your surroundings. Be more self-aware. Try to help other people if you can, and try to be a better person. I think there's no other way to change the world for the better than starting with ourselves. We can control ourselves, we can influence ourselves, and hopefully by doing the right thing, we can actually encourage other people to do the right thing as well. Anyway, I don't want to make it too long, this video, but I wanted to touch bases. We are pretty close to the holiday season. Well, we are already in the holiday season here in America, and pretty soon we'll have Thanksgiving. We just passed Halloween, and it's like a major race to beat Christmas, and it just reminds me of another year just went by, and we have to kind of make an assessment as to whether or not we were productive, and did we accomplish all the goals that we set out for this year. And then now, because it's the last quarter of the year, to start planning for the next year and what we want to get out of it. I don't know, man. It's like, I used to think that life was more, there was more to life than just living from cycle to cycle to cycle. But I guess I have to be more creative, and maybe other people need to focus on thinking, okay, what can I get out of life while I'm still here? Because one thing is for sure, we're all going to pass. There's no question about it. We are going to expire at some point, and some people tend to go sooner than others, and I'm under the assumption that has a lot to do with your life purpose, or however you are investing your time, and whether or not your life is impacting other people in a positive way. I may be wrong, but at the end of the day, I mean, if you have no purpose, if you just existing for no reason and not helping other people, it's like, okay, you're useless. Let's eliminate you. I don't know. It reminds me how the brain works with our body. Whenever we have a limb or a part of our body that we're not using, the brain automatically shuts it down. I guess it could be that way. But anyway, guys, I just, again, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for keeping in touch. And hopefully we'll see each other in the next video. I hope you guys are healthy and stay healthy mentally, emotionally, physically. Like I said, the holiday season is coming around, but also winter for us is a tricky situation because a lot of people get sick with the change of weather. So boosting your immune system might not be a bad idea, and I'm hoping that you guys, do the best you can do for yourselves and keep your family safe, because as much as I want to be positive, I mean, a few months ago or about a year ago, people were under the assumption that something really bad was going to happen, and they were predicting and expecting it. And I believe that as a collective, if we start thinking negatively, we're going to attract that to ourselves. But if you switch that up and we're, hoping for the best, working to be better, and thinking in a positive way, we might, as a collective, be able to change that perception from a negative perception to a positive perception. So I encourage everybody to stay positive and to do the best they can to, contribute to the world to be a better place. And with that positive note, I want to leave you. Until next time, and thank you again. Take good care.